Yeah, Garrett, we're actually out here near the Outback. Next to like the main entrance. We're actually out here near the Outback. A little bit about what we're seeing out here right now. What you can see here is this whole area is blocked off. The police we're actually out here near the They are talking to people who were in the mall at the time and who were able to get out the way and show you a little bit about entrance over here. I'm going to step out of the way and show you a little bit about what here is. This whole area is blocked off. The police are out here and they are talking to people running. So she took off at the time and who were able to get out. Public store and that store did close their doors. I did speak to one witness who said she was in one store in there right now. She says she was told by police and that saw people running, so she took them in as well they will let anyone out. A public store, and that store did close. We saw a couple SWAT team members go in, so basically they're trying to do the full sweep in there right now. She says she was told that are in there out. That there are a lot of people out here right now come in before they will let anyone out. We've seen some moms pick up their kids in absolute tears. Some people basically they're trying to do the full more people that are in there out. There are a lot of people out here right now hugging and here a little bit. Some of these seen some moms pick up their kids, and she said she was in Dillard's. We're going to walk over here and talk to Linda really quickly. Linda, you said that you were in the Dillard's. Can you tell us a little bit about what you heard at the time?
I was standing at the cash wrap, and all of a sudden I heard 3 shots, pop, pop, pop. I'm like, what is that? I didn't know, if it was if it was fireworks or if it was a gun. And the next thing I know, I see everybody running. So I ran outside and found out that it was some shooting that was going on. And then a few minutes later, I saw the ambulance come and put the person in the ambulance. And then I saw another ambulance come, and then when I was leaving, I saw another one. So a total of 3. Just God be with them. That's the only thing I can say. It's got to stop. The shooting, the violence has got to stop.
And you said that it sounded like the fire was coming from the food court area?
Sound like fireworks, were coming in that direction. I had just left the food court and went into Dillard's, and like 5 minutes later I heard the noise. So I'm not exactly where it happened in the food court, but it was around that area.
What were the first thoughts going through your head when you heard that pop, pop, pop?
What is that? What was that noise? And then I realized what the noise was when everybody started running. And I knew I had to run too and get out of there. It's just really sad.
It's not the Sunday at the mall that you expected in the least.
No, it's not. I expected to go and spend alone time and get my shopping on, and then this happens.
Did you make any calls to anyone as soon as you got out when she realized kind of what had happened?
No, I just got out and, just got out and tried to get myself together because I was a nervous wreck.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you talking with us, and we're glad that you're out here to talk with us today. Well, basically, the police are still just asking people questions. They're still just trying to figure out from people inside what they heard, what they know, what was going on. It seems like most of the people we talked to were inside, but they were in different areas. We haven't really spoken to anyone that was in the food court area. So basically the big consensus is that people could just hear that gunfire, and then they instantly saw people start to run, and that's when they just knew they had to run too. That's what they're telling us. They saw the people running, and they just had to leave too. But we will continue to update you as soon as we learn more out here. Live in Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
How many people are there, and kind of what the crowd is like at the mall on this
on
this
school
Sunday?
Is about to start, so we do see a lot of families. Yeah, like you said, school is about to start, so we do see a lot of families out here. We've seen a lot of little kids to high school range. A few of the people that we saw running out of the mall, they were teenagers, and they were on the phone with their mom and dad. We could hear them telling people like, I'm okay, I'm outside, I'm scared, but they just wanted to get in touch with their parents. They are probably trying to do that back to school shopping. Like you said, the mall is packed today. It's a Sunday afternoon. There are a lot of people here. This is the day that families can go out and go shopping. We talked to the one mom who was just in a different store than her son, and so her son is just in there and she's out here. She's been able to talk to him on the phone. They've been calling and texting while he's in the store, so she knows he's okay, but she's not with him like she wants to be. She's out here. She's stuck behind the police tape. She said the police told her that they might not get back out here for a few hours. It's going to take the SWAT team a while to do that full sweep, is what they were telling her. We have seen a lot of people that were leaving that entrance over there. When they were walking out, they all had their hands up. They were walking out, just trying to let police know that they're just trying to get out here. It was mostly teenagers doing this back to school shopping. You really can see a lot of cars are still in the parking lot. People that could move and were allowed to move have probably done so already, but there is a good crowd out here today.
We see the crime scene tape up there with some of the parking lot blocked off. We can, or at least I can hear the police chopper in the air right now. Can see several officers. Saw earlier, some police with long guns. Can you talk to us about that police presence out there? It looks very heavy, and as we understand it, do you know, are there still people, shoppers and such, inside the mall right now?
From what we've been told by witnesses out here, there are still people inside. There are still shoppers. Some stores closed their gates, is what they're telling us, so the people didn't have a chance to run out, whereas other people just took off running. And I'm sure they were kind of saying it depended on what area of the mall you were in. The closer they were to the hearing that gunfire is when people were telling us that was like when the instinct just kicked in. That's when they really wanted to take off running. Some people told us they were a little bit farther down in Express. They didn't hear anything. They were just told by other shoppers there, by store managers, store clerks, they were told, you got to get out of here, we got to get out. And so those people are out. But they're like, going back to the police presence, there is a very heavy police presence out here. We're going to show you this way. You can see all of the police cars. They're starting down at the Macy's down there. And when I was on the way in here, on the other side of the Macy's, there were fire trucks, police cruisers, a big heavy scene. They're basically blocking and redirecting the traffic there. They don't want anyone else coming in here. This is already a massive scene that they're having to work. You can see the line is going all the way down here. This whole area is blocked off basically by all of the storefronts, all the way down to, we can still see them at the Cheesecake Factory down there. And you can see the police are still talking to people who did get out of the mall. They're asking them basically what they saw, if they can tell them anything, but this whole area is blocked off. They don't want these cars leaving yet. They're still trying to talk to people. Like I said, it's a massive scene. It's going to take them a while to get through all these people, to keep talking with everyone. But we have been up here while they've been having a few of these conversations. They're asking people, they're talking to family members, asking them their family member's name. They're saying, hey, is your son or is your daughter, what is their name? We know they're in there. We're trying to see if they've recently come out, and we have them up at the front and have been talking to them. People are just trying to get in touch with those family members that they haven't been able to get in touch with yet. But yes, there is very massive police presence out here. This whole area is still blocked off, and from what I could tell coming in, it was still blocked off up around the Macy's on the other side as well.
Yeah, certainly a big scene there. Again, police are asking folks to avoid the area at this point. If you're just joining us, we are tracking breaking news here at the WKYT Now desk. A shooting at Fayette Mall in Lexington happened around 4 o'clock. We have a couple of crews at the scene where police are. Very big scene, very active scene. Still at this moment, a woman that Grayson spoke to just a few moments ago said it sounded like fireworks coming from the food court. Now, at this point, we still don't know about injuries. We don't know the extent. We don't know any information about arrests at this point. Still, obviously, a very active scene and developing story here. Grayson, thank you for those updates from the Fayette Mall parking lot. We will continue to track this story here. We'll have much more coming up. At 6 o'clock, WKYT News will air on the CW at 6 p.m. We will be on WKYT at 6:30, and we will have team coverage from Grayson Passmore and Victor Puente, and certainly much more to come. from this scene, a scary scene at Fayette Mall in Lexington with the reported shooting there. So we will continue to monitor this. So join us at 6 p.m. on the CW and 6:30 on WKYT. Grayson, stay safe out there, and thanks for joining us.
You kicked ass. All right, what do we want to do? How are we in on this?
Okay, so they said hit in the top and the B, and there's also a 6:30 today.
Okay, all right.
I think they have everything back there, so they.
Are they going to make sure that that Clark or that whoever edits gets our stuff together
That's what it's
for us?
Yeah.
And are you going to pick a bite out of what she said?
So I saw stuff. Here, I can give you your phone. It's been buzzing the whole time.
Out of what she said.
So I saw stuff. Here, I can give you your phone. It's been. Yeah.
If you guys can let viewers know, we're going to completely block Nicholasville Road because the traffic is getting so heavy.
Okay.
And anybody who's coming to pick up family,
Okay.
we're rallying here at Olive Garden.
Okay.
Perfect.
If they're coming to pick up family, they come to Olive Garden.
Perfect. Thank
But
you.
we're going to block inbound. We got to block inbound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can see it. It's
Bad,
Chris,
yeah.
you guys are doing a great job.
Yes.
This is a mess. Oh yeah. How many people? At least two. Because we've heard as many as four.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't, in all this chaos, we don't know for sure. So, and we'll keep repeating this. Anybody that saw anything, I'm just handing out business cards. Call the PD later. Call the PD later. I'm just getting the cards now. Yeah.
Hi, with ABC 36.
Hey, nothing on camera right now.
Gotcha.
Pandemonium. We're going to block inbound Nicholasville Road if you put that word out.
Okay, blocking inbound.
And anybody coming to the mall to pick up family members, we're going to take Olive Garden.
Okay.
And for you guys later, I know you don't want to give this up, but we're going to have Donnell and Angel Brenna head to the end down by the movie theater. I know you don't want to give up what you got, but anybody else come with us.
Well, we got Victor here too, over there. Is that a Victor?
Oh, Victor?
Yeah,
He
he's.
was at Macy's.
Okay. Yeah, eventually we're going to move everything. All the media's going to go down there.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
We'll hang us. Will we be able to be here till 6?
I'm not moving.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm not moving.
Thank you. Do you guys, have we had is there SWAT here?
Oh, yeah.
SWAT's here?
Everybody's here. I mean, really, truly, everybody is here.
Okay.
But that's not a quote, please.
No worries. I just hadn't confirmed if SWAT was here or not.
I mean, I've got the sheriff's department has come to help. Just about anybody with a badge.
Right. Seems like the main lady was here, woman was here on her off time, right? She said
The one detective,
Yeah, she called me on
here.
the phone. I'm driving lights and siren here, and she goes, "I'm in the middle of this. What's going on?"
Hey,
It's been crazy.
I think this
By
is
the way,
standard procedure.
So 218.8 as they come across the yard of bricks. 7 to.
Some stores locked down.
We've got everything locked down.
Okay.
And
And
that's
then
part
they'll
of the thing.
go.
Hi, Karen. We're still going to people. We're still trying to get to all the stores.
Okay.
So. Did you go already? No, I haven't done anything on camera.
Did you get all that information?
Yeah, I
out?
told them at the station to push that out to you.
Whatever this latest text is, we're showing IFB.
That might be me because I told them that the traffic on Nicholasville will be blocked and for all family will be meeting at the Olive Garden. And then I wrote down everything else he said about SWAT and being locked down.
Clark is picking your bite.
Is that for me or Victor? See, I can't
I
tell.
don't know.
Did you get that? Yes. Yes. I don't know. But yes, we've taken people to the hospital. we know people are inside stores. We're working our way to them.
Okay.
They just stay in their store until we can.
Thank you.
Hey, Karen. Hey, it's Harv. We're still getting a little confused by text. Is Clark going to pick our bite as well for 6? Okay, if he can pick something out of the interview we did with her at, well, if it's the one if they were recording it on my TV when the first one we did, and yes.
Our injuries, don't know how many people taken to hospital. Mom
Okay, and then
is
they're cutting VO
locked
too, right?
down. Anyone inside the stores
Okay.
will
Good deal.
stay
Good deal.
there
Way to be on it.
until
See ya. Bye.
they said yes, they will.
They're picking a bite, and they're also cutting their VO.
Mall is locked down. Anyone inside the stores will stay there until SWAT can clear.
Where is H&M?
I
I saw it's
see-
that way. It's that way.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know where that was. I've never been here. This
I
is
don't
my
live
first.
very from here, but I try never to come this way for
Hey,
anything.
good.
Do you all know each other?
I'm Grayson. I just started.
I'm Karen. Nice
Nice
to meet you. You look familiar. Have I seen you on the air yet?
Maybe, yeah. I've been there a few times.
Tell me your name again.
Grayson.
Grayson.
Yes.
Great name.
Thank you.
I'm a Karen.
It's not your fault. It's not your
I'm not a bad Karen. I'm
No.
a YN.
You can't help that. People made the memes. It's okay.
So Mall is on lockdown.
I've probably got lukewarm water in the car if you want.
I have a water too if you need some too. I brought one but sure.
If we get moved there before 6, I'm going
Okay.
to back the car up right close to us, and
Okay.
we're going to run lights and whatever we need to do.
Okay. Well, I wonder, yeah, if they move us, I wonder if we could just get up on that grass at the Olive Garden.
FYI, this man will teach you everything you ever need
I'm
to know.
already learning a lot. That is. Was that hit okay, Harv, earlier? Oh, thanks.
You got a hot mic ready, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to channel 2 just so we're not losing.
Do you want me to turn this off?
Yeah, probably ought to save it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to switch out batteries. What time is it?
5:30.
We got time.
They said not to worry about scripting as much because of closed captioning this time, but I was going to send like something.
Yeah. I think what you brought up at the end too, seeing the people coming out with their hands up, I've got video of that for later.
Okay. Yeah.
Dang, y'all got here quick.
I just live
Harv
right
lives
there.
down, yeah.
Sorry.
I was scared
Yeah,
to death that I was not going to be able to get in here. 'Cause it-
Yeah, I went down there originally, and I could just tell instantly. I just looked around and things like that.
I had trouble because one cop down here said, just flip over into this and go straight down to the next entrance, and I was in a totally wrong lane. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were showing the full video.
No, just the text. You could probably just sit and get it. Go see it real quick. Well, I don't like being on call, but I have to be on call for something. This is really good.
Well, I really didn't think that. I thought at first it was just me, and I was like, oh, okay. But it's one of those
But it's
situations.
better with 2 people. I wonder if Victor's got help.
He said he's with L from 18 and Contact.
Okay.
But I think he said they got me to Target, I think.
Oh, yeah?
This snapped me out of my vacation.
Oh, were you on vacation?
I am. I have no equipment with me, but it's all right. Cell phones are fine.
Where do you work?
I work at UKY. We're like the NPR affiliate.
Do you mind watching this for me? Something big happens. It's an autofocus, so just point at it and
Okay.
it's focus up on its own. I'm going to get a water. Karen, you want a warm water?
I'm great right now, thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, tell me if you heard the same thing I just did. Active shooting at Fayette Mall started around 4 this afternoon. Stores are on lockdown. Injuries confirmed by police. Unclear serious.
I'm going to tell you something. Those buses are probably waiting for people to, families to find a place to be cool out in the air conditioning or something. I'm going to get a shot of that just in case you need it for later. But I want to get it now so I don't forget. And hit the floor road and shut down.
Oh, that's right, thank you.
Now that proves that Goodyear's statement was bogus and shows that it was actually worse because it is race-based. If you don't know what we're talking about, let me recap before we play the audio. Yesterday, there was a slide that was being showed to employee training in a class for employees. And it, on this unbelievable slide, it showed that what was acceptable and what was not acceptable, and the things that were not acceptable were Blue Lives Matter, t-shirts, hats, anything like that. All Lives Matter, any MAGA attire. Wow. Politically affiliated slogans or material. What was acceptable, Black Lives Matter, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender pride, LGBT. So you could wear anything you wanted with that.
But the radical...
but if you did anything, pro-cops or MAGA, they had zero tolerance. Okay. We can't lose Goodyear, and we can't lose jobs at Goodyear. But unless the employees stand up, and the way to get the employees to stand up, I think, because I'll bet you most of the employees disagree with this, if we can't get the employees to stand up at the beginning, then you got to apply pressure. And I hate to say it, but if I were buying tires today, it wouldn't be a Goodyear. Because they came out and said, no.
Left.
The visual in question was not created or distributed by the Goodyear corporate, and it wasn't part of a diversity training class. Okay.
So an oddly worded denial from the start, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean? So what if it wasn't a part of a diversity training class? In some ways, it's worse.
Yeah,
right?
What was it?
What was it for? Like, you're just giving it to people on a normal day? That's even worse. At least people can tune out on your diversity training days.
So now let's play the audio, and this is the audio from Goodyear. Listen.
Pride on their face covering shirts or wristbands, that will be deemed approved. The
because it complies with zero tolerance stance. However,
Stop. Let me give you the full statement.
Diversity training days.
So now let's play the audio, and this is the audio from Goodyear. Listen.
Pride on their face covering shirts or wristbands, that will be deemed approved because it complies with zero tolerance stance.
Stop. Let me give you the full statement. Some people may wish to express their views on social justice or inequality or equity issues such as Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ pride on their face coverings, shirts, or wristbands. That will be deemed approved because it applies with a zero tolerance stance. However, go ahead.
The associate wears all blue White Lives Matter shirts or face coverings, that will be not appropriate. There's rules now around what you can wear. Let's try to comply with these so that way everybody feels good in this factory. I want to make sure, guys, think about what we do in this factory, right? We all work together to make tires. That's what we do. That's what we get paid to do. So let's continue to do that and do the right thing. Keep this place what it's always been, a good place to work.
Well, you've lost that, but because you've caved in. This is there's two things going on. Let me finish what he said. You can wear anything Black Lives Matter, et cetera, et cetera. However, any associate that wears all or blue or White Lives Matter shirts or face coverings, that will not be appropriate. Now, he references in there the zero tolerance policy, which the only thing different in the zero tolerance policy slide than what he just said was what? MAGA.
Well, oh yeah, he didn't mention what MAGA.
Yep.
And he did mention White Lives Matter. Was the White Lives Matter in the initial one? I don't remember.
I don't think so. Let me look.
Not
here
a lot of people
quick.
wearing White Lives Matter
No,
gear. By
Blue
the way.
Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, MAGA attire, politically affiliated slogans or material. So it doesn't look good for Goodyear. And Martin Luther King said, if you don't do boycotts, your movement doesn't have any teeth. Everybody has to decide on their own what they're going to do. But if I were buying tires today, I would make it very clear to Goodyear that I am intentionally not buying a Goodyear tire.
It's amazing too that these companies keep doing this. It's like, do you realize that this is not a 90-10 sort of split you're talking about here? Like MAGA gear. Half the country's going to vote for this guy, whether you like him or not. You can't just eliminate, unless you're a partisan organization, right? Like if you're the Huffington Post, you can do all sorts of things to piss off conservatives because no one cares. Your Goodyear tires, half your employees, or more than half of your employees probably, are going to vote for Donald Trump. I know that doesn't make you happy, but you have to be able to understand that you're a business. You are not a political activist organization. Everyone seems to want to be one. I don't understand it.
That's the second message from this, I think. I mean, here's this guy, and you can hear it in his voice. He's like, come on, guys. Let's just remember what we do here. We make tires.
Right. There's no passion behind it in this guy. He's like, look, guys, can we just please just make the things that roll on the bottom of cars?
Right. So he's basically defending this policy and making sure that everybody knows because he's forced to, or they're forced to, because they are giving in to the minority of Black Lives Matter. That minority is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller as time goes on, because as more people see them for who they really are, it's going to become very unpopular. But they are doing the same thing that the dispassionate Nazis did, the people who just ran a business or a store and they just wanted to be left alone. They hung the Nazi flag in their store window, and they did it only to say, Nazis, leave us alone. Just leave us alone. We're not going to be a problem. We just want to make tires. Leave us alone. And that's what he's saying here. However, he's expecting the white people. He's expecting the people who, black and white, that believe in the police. He's expecting the people, black and white, that vote for Donald Trump. He's expecting the people, black and white, that know that Black Lives Matter is a Marxist company and that wants the destruction of the traditional family and the Western way of life. He's expecting those people just to go along with it. And that's where he's pleading, please, guys, can we just all know that this is just a bunch of vocal minority here, that we're just placating so we can get back to business? That's what he's saying.
If he would have said that, it would have fit perfectly with his tone. His tone is like, look, we want everyone to be happy. We want to make some tires. It's a good place to work. Can we just go along with this and not whine about it? Right. And I'm not saying that you should whine about this.
You should.
But as someone who's trying to get himself through this announcement, and
he was probably the guy who was sitting and there. I bet there were lots in corporate boardrooms all across the country that are like, guys, we make tires. We make tires.
Why are we making a statement about what
right
political stuff you can wear?
Right. Well, can we stay out of this? We make tires. We make tires for people who drive cars that are going to an Antifa rally, and we drive We make tires for police cars. Can we stop? Can we stop? We make tires, and that's happening all over. I am so blessed to work for my own company, where we haven't had to have any of these, and nor will we have any of these kinds of meetings. It's ridiculous. I don't know how you're doing it, America.
And think about this, too. What party is closer aligned with what Goodyear is actually doing? What the other party is trying to get rid of cars. So, there's not a lot of value in Goodyear tires when none of the cars are on the road. And if you want to say, oh, well, that's not true, they want electric cars. Okay, fine. But what are the tires made out of? Right? They're made out of fossil fuels. That's what they're made out of. This is such a ridiculous thing. And every company, when this started back in the day, Glenn, because we were right at the cutting edge of this. And when I say cutting edge, I mean on the knife, like the side getting stabbed by these movements, these sort of fakey movements that would say, oh, well, we get 5 calls from some random activist group because supposedly Glenn said something on the